Hey everyone, for today's video, some big news just recently dropped in JP. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, the Overlord collab is getting a rerun after a little more than a year since its last run in JP. Can't say I expected this, to be honest. I thought they'd give a new one, or at least I hoped they would. But anyways, on top of the original 4 units, there are going to be 3 new units: Momin, Demiurge, and Evil Eye. Interestingly enough, they're each getting true weapons, meaning that the original 4 units are getting their own true weapons as well. On top of true weapons, the original units are being buffed, which is pretty nice. There weren't too many insane buffs. Ainz just got slight modifier buffs, and his true weapon is fairly mid, although solid for a magic dark nuker. Albedo had a little more damage on true art, and a slight increase in duration of super art, but nothing wild. Her true weapon is interesting though, 100% crit damage for a dark user, which could definitely have use in a bit of places, but it's fairly mid for Albedo herself. Shell tier probably had the most meaningful buffs, seeing how her true art had a 20,000 damage modifier increase, meaning that after her super art, it'll do 220,000 damage instead of her previous 180,000, which is a really strong buff. Her super art also had a 40-second duration increase, which is pretty nice, since it'll make her stay in her mode a lot longer. Her true weapon is nice for some late resist down, although mostly there for the passive arts I'd imagine, but even then, you wouldn't really need it. Narbarrel had a slight modifier increase and an extra 20% magic resist down. Her true weapon could see some use on a variety of teams, but it's not crazy, although the passive arts for Narbarrel could make it good for her, but she's not really going to be used for sustaining, so it's not that important anyways. Probably the biggest surprise out of anything though is the fact that everyone is getting a free Chapter 1 Overlord unit for free. You heard that correctly, they're giving out a free 6-star, and with all the units on that banner, that has a ton of value. Getting anyone on it would be a solid pickup, especially Ainz or Shell tier, although Narbarrel is really good for nuking and LB comps. Albedo is nice for straight damage resist on a dark comp, although Diablo makes up for that more often than not. But Shell tier is going to be even better now, especially when she's paired with Stargaliza. Additionally, there's going to be 10 new equips on top of the previous ones. A quick side note, for some reason they decided to announce the Auk for Idrim now. After I don't know how many years, they decide that he needs an Auk now, which is nice, but it feels just a tad late. It should be interesting to see what he's getting though. Hopefully his Auk mission is hard. I'll update you guys about his kit when it drops though. That's about it for the initial information though. They haven't stated it yet, but I'd imagine there's going to be some part 2 crests, so hopefully there are some solid ones. For the 3 new units, I'll probably just bunch all of their kits into a single video either tomorrow or the day after, maybe after I talk about Valentine's Miranda. But after a quick initial glance, none of them seem particularly chase-worthy. If anything, I think Part 1 characters have a bit more use, although Evil Eye has a ton of potential to become an insane magic buffing art gen, especially for Earth teams. And Momin's damage buffing for himself, the unit to his right, and the team is actually insane. Around 400% for himself and the unit to his right, and everyone else gets 150% damage, as well as debuffing dark resist up to 200%. He seems very similar to Diablo in a couple of ways, but not exactly like him. I'll go more into depth into their kits though in their own video. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are about them rerunning Overlord. I think it's certainly really cool, especially the free 6-star ticket. I do wish we got a new anime, but I can't complain since there are new units. I think it'll bring a lot of hype to the game as well, so that is always nice. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like and sub for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.